2 runs needed, 3 balls left, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni in the 2011 World Cup final promoted himself above the in-form Yuvraj Singh to face Nuwan Kulasekara at the Wankhede. He finished it with a 6 that lives forever. How does a man walk into the biggest chase in cricket history and calmly rewrite the batting order? The answer starts with a habit he built as a teenage ticket collector in Kharagpur, and it is not what you think. In the next few minutes, you will see the boy nobody scouted, the helicopter shot born in a coal town, the 2007 gamble that made him captain, and moment number 4, a single stare in Melbourne that nearly ended a rivalry before it began. If you love cricket's greatest stories told like history, subscribe to Cricket Chronicles, new legends every week. Because to understand Dhoni, you have to understand what silence sounds like under pressure. Chapter 1. Kharagpur, the late 1990s. A wiry boy with shoulder-length hair works the platforms of one of India's busiest railway junctions, punching tickets for the Southern Eastern Railway. His name is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He is not a product of a Mumbai academy. He is not the son of a test cricketer. He plays football as a goalkeeper first, and only drifts to cricket because a local coach, Keshav Banerjee, notices the reflexes. For 4 long years, between 2001 and 2005, he clocks in and out of that railway job, catching night trains to obscure Ranji fixtures, sleeping on station benches. It is here, in the boredom of delayed trains and empty platforms, that he learns the one thing that will define him: how to wait. How to do nothing, calmly, until the exact right moment. Remember that, because everything Dhoni becomes is built on that stillness. Chapter 2. The Arrival. December 2004, Chattagram. Dhoni debuts for India and is run out for a duck. A disaster. Selectors nearly drop him, but in April 2005, against Pakistan in Visakhapatnam, he explodes. 148 runs off 123 balls, the highest score by an Indian wicketkeeper at the time. 6 months later in Jaipur, he goes further. 183 not out against Sri Lanka, still the highest score by a wicketkeeper in a one-day international chase. Twin sixes over mid-wicket. Bowlers looking at their captain with no plan left. India has never seen a keeper who bats like a demolition crew, and yet in the dressing room, teammates describe him the same way. Again and again, eerily quiet. Never celebrates too much, never sulks, just watches. The waiting from Kharagpur has followed him into international cricket. Chapter 3. The Gamble. September 2007. India's senior stars, Tendulkar, Dravid, Ganguly, opt out of the inaugural T20 World Cup in South Africa. The BCCI needs a captain for a format nobody quite believes in. They pick a 26-year-old wicketkeeper with less than 3 years of international experience. In the group stage, against Pakistan in Durban, the match ties. It goes to a bowl-out. Dhoni chooses Sehwag, Harbhajan, and Uday Kaul to bowl at unguarded stumps. India wins 3-0. 2 weeks later, in the final at the Wanderers, with Pakistan needing 13 off 4, Dhoni tosses the ball to a barely tested Joginder Sharma instead of Harbhajan. Misbah scoops, Sreesanth catches. India lifts the trophy. The gamble that should have ended his career instead defines it. And here comes the mini cliffhanger. Because Dhoni has just discovered that the calmer he stays, the more chaos he can absorb around him. Chapter 4. Melbourne, the Stare. Fast forward to the 2007-08 Commonwealth Bank Series in Australia. Tempers flare between Harbhajan and Andrew Symonds. The Monkeygate scandal is still burning. During a tense ODI at the MCG, an Australian batter chirps at Dhoni behind the stumps. Dhoni does not respond. He simply stares, one long, flat, unreadable stare, and then adjusts his gloves. Ricky Ponting later admits in his autobiography that Australia struggled to read him because he gave them nothing to push against. That was moment number 4, promised in the opening. A rivalry diffused not with words, but with the same platform bench silence that Dhoni had rehearsed for a decade. Chapter 5. Wankhede, April 2nd, 2011. India has not won a World Cup at home, ever. Sri Lanka posts 274. Sehwag falls for a duck. Tendulkar for 18. The stadium holds its breath. Gautam Gambhir anchors. And then at number 5, Dhoni walks in ahead of Yuvraj Singh, the tournament's player of the series. It is a decision that, if it fails, will be dissected forever. Muralitharan is bowling his last ODI on home soil. Dhoni counters him with straight bats and soft hands. 91 not out off 79. And that six, the one Ravi Shastri calls into legend, ball sailing into the Mumbai night, is the shot of a man who spent his whole life learning that panic is a choice. Chapter 6. The Finisher's Arithmetic. Between 2005 and 2019, Dhoni finishes 47 successful ODI chases while batting. He develops a method so specific that analysts still study it. Take the game as deep as possible, force the bowling side into their weakest options, then strike in the final 2 overs. It looks reckless from the outside. From the inside, it is pure mathematics. He is not chasing runs. He is chasing bowler fatigue, chasing field restrictions, chasing the moment when panic transfers quietly from him to them. Chapter 7. The Retirement, August 15, 2020. Indian Independence Day. No press conference, no farewell tour, just an Instagram post with a Mukesh song, Main Pal Du Pal Kashayar Hoon, and the words, "Consider me retired." Even his goodbye was silent. And that, in the end, is the entire lesson of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He never needed to raise his voice, because he had already spent years learning that the loudest thing on a cricket field is a captain who refuses to blink. If this story moved you, subscribe to Cricket Chronicles and ring the bell. Next week, we unpack another legend the game will never forget. Tell us in the comments, which Dhoni moment do you replay in your head?